Hey y'all, welcome back to Resin Me Up. So, first of all, sorry I didn't get a video out on Saturday. I was pleasantly surprised that I had it was my birthday on Sunday. I didn't say anything about my birthday because I'm not a big bragger when it comes to my birthday, because I'm getting old. Why would I want to brag about getting old, right? So anyway, but my family asked me to take the weekend off, so I did. So anyway, so today we're going to pour this Christmas tree. I did get the bottom fixed, and looks like I have a hair in there. Okay. I did get the bottom fixed, and basically what I did is I just poured it with the Let's Resin silicone, and so that's all fixed. So here's what I want to do. I'm not a big traditional red and green for Christmas because all of my stuff is snow related. So I thought I would use the Smurf and the enoki, and then it's either that or I might use, they have some opaque pigments, and it's like a light blue. And so I thought maybe instead of the enoki, maybe we would use these two colors together. And I would do my my swirl technique. So let me get some resin mix up. And no, I didn't measure this. I should have. But I will get some resin mixed up, and we'll get this poured. How's that sound? Oh, I'm just guessing. I'll get some resin mixed up and I'll decide how much I think I'm going to need. Today, I think I'm going to use I think I'm going to use Let's Resin, casting resin, because I know that I can pour that deeper and not have to worry about pouring it deeper and it flash curing. So let me get some resin mixed up. I'll BRB and we'll get this poured. Okay? BRB. Okay, y'all. Got it all mixed up. Got it through my vacuum chamber. And now we are ready. I split it in 2 different cups. Make sure you guys can see everything. So first, we're going to put some clear down in the tip. And we're going to start off with the Smurf. Make sure this is all clean. I don't want those specky things in there. All right. And of course, static. Oh, goodness. All right, let me grab because it's so far down in there. And I don't want those spots because they will stay on your mold. Unfortunately. Okay, that should. Okay, so now I've got to get tall. even the resin is doing that, but I don't care if the resin does it because I think I've only used this one time. Okay. Now I will put a fan on this, and then I will find something for the remaining of this, and we'll be back on demold. Hopefully, cross your fingers, this turns out good. Like I said, I've only used this Arctic one time, but you know what? It's the same essential concept as the enoki, so it should turn out really well. Okay, all right, BRB when it's done. Hey y'all, welcome back. So this is ready to come out of here. I'm going to attempt to take it out myself. If I can't get it out, I'm going to have to go ask the hubby to help me take it out, because I know it was hard to get the glass one out. So we'll see if I can get this out on my own. Let me get some gloves on. And I need some eyeballs. This always makes it really slick. All right. Just got to break that section down in there. And cross your fingers. Sylvia, she's being a loudmouth. Okay. The hardest part is the very tip, because it's got suction down inside there. And I may have to have him help me do it. Got to get some soap clear down in there. There we go. And I don't want to cut it, you know, but if I have to, I can. I mean, these molds that are big like this, most of the time you end up having to do a side cut. Okay. I think I'm going to have him help me get it out. So I will BRB. Okay, y'all, got to cut it. It won't come out. We both tried, and it won't come out, so I'm going to have to cut it. I hate to do that, but we don't have much of a choice. So that 15A is just not my favorite silicone. It's just not a good silicone to use when you want soft. Soft molds. At all. Just got to be careful not to cut your piece when you're doing this. And use a very sharp blade. Okay, that should get it out. Now all the water's going to come out. There it is. Okay, let me set this over here on this towel so it can finish draining all that out. I sprayed a lot and then I ran it under the faucet trying to get some water in there to see if I couldn't break that suction, and it just wasn't having it. All right. Let's see what it looks like. Let me go rinse this off. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, I'm not crazy about that or this. And like I said, I've never used the these before in anything, but alcohol or those alcohol inks tend to do that. They tend to, the tip's still just a little soft. They tend to do that. They tend to go back out to the edges, and so that's what it did. It went right back out to the edges. But other than that, it looks really good. The part where the flex rubber doesn't look any different at all. Looks exactly the same. So we're going to pour these again, or pour one of these again. I got to trim the edge off of this because I poured it higher than it was supposed to on purpose because I wanted to have something to grab onto when we tried to get it out, and it doesn't need to be there now. See where all that extra is? All that doesn't need to be there. So I want to make several colors of these. And I want to make them a little more translucent, a little more clear in there. and I'll file that as it gets. And as you can see, all of the little white or the blue, whatever. But I need to definitely take my little stick in there next time and pull that away from those edges. But other than that, what do you guys think? Looks really good. No bubbles anywhere at all. And then I did get a blob of blue right there. So yeah, so now I know what I need to do on the next one. So we will definitely be pouring several of these because I have an idea for these for the Christmas thing that Renee and I are talking about doing. And I think Tina from Pours Resin with Love wants to join too. And then I haven't really talked to Laura from Laura's Design Center or Design Studio or Marva from Marvelous Artsy to find out if they want to join as well, to do a little collaboration for Christmas, to do a little Christmas scene for Christmas. Haven't decided what we're going to call it yet. And so, yeah. So that's the first pour out of that mold. And it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to, but now we know what it looks like and we know what we're going to do next time. So yeah, it's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Cute little trees. So yeah, turned out really nice. I'm going to file this down here with my Let's Resin filer and get that all smooth down there. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Looks good, other than this. But I know what to do next time to prevent that. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, there's pour number 1 in the new Christmas tree mold. And yeah, so you'll have to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. You can see all of the really cool disbursement of the other that turned out like it was supposed to inside of there. And I think next time I'll do a little less of the actual color so that you can see that inside there. Yeah. I don't know what it is about that Smurf, but that Smurf always tends to blob in places. I've noticed that on other pieces that I've done too. So, and we might try this with some other inks too. So there you have it, guys. There is my first pour out of my new mold for Christmas. Okay? All right. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to, because I'm trying to get to 10,000. That's my goal. And I'd love to make it there before Thanksgiving, if at all possible. And yeah. All right, y'all. Remember, stay curious, stay creative, always stay positive, and be kind. And we'll see you tomorrow for a new video. My Into Resin molds got here, so we'll be doing something from that group of molds, and we'll be also doing a giveaway for the Into Resin month for the month of November, and I've got something planned for that as well. All right, y'all. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, I totally forgot about the extra. I made Renee from Heart Creations by Renee sent me one of the little elk molds. I've never had one before. And so I decided to pour one of those, and I'm hoping it's ready to come out of here. I've actually never made one of these, ever, ever, ever. It's a little soft. These ones with the little antlers are a little soft, but it's okay. And I used the pistachio in him and the olive in his body. I have a feeling we're going to have that same issue with him. But let's get him out of here and see. You got a big old head. Ow. And I just cut myself on the edge of that. Good grief. So I cut myself good too. Trying not to rip his head off. Maybe I need to spray some soap in there. There. Now he out. Well, that turned out really good. So, are those his eyes? Like I said, I've never owned one of these, so I'm not sure what they're supposed to look like. So his coloring turned out really good. I just had one little spot right there on both sides that turned out a little funky. And so then these go inside here and you glue that. Oh, those are his eyes. Okay, I get it. So yeah, so there's the little elk, and I'll wait for these to get a little stronger before I glue those in there. But isn't he cute? And then I'll decorate him all up for you. But I got to let that cure completely first. But his coloring turned out really nice. Look at that. Look at it in his face. How that just swirled all over in there. That's cute. Get this cut off his edges. I don't have a clue how these need to be decorated because I've never done one of these before. So I'll have to see what these entail. But she sent me a couple of them. So now I can join I think she calls hers Fred. Now I can join the Fred families. I'm sure I won't do my Freds any justice like she does. She always does such a great job when she dresses up her characters. Okay, there. All right, we'll let those antlers cure overnight, and then we'll see what we can do with them. See what we can do with him. All right, y'all. Now I'm done. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.